those notes being played, they're so warming. At least for me they are. They invoke like a warm feeling. And I definitely like remember going to stores with my little brother, and like we would, when we were like 10 or so, and my little brother was like 8, we would like be running around like from clothing rack to clothing rack and playing hide and go seek in the stores, and we would be running around screaming for our mom, and it was so funny, like just when you're a kid and you smell like the potpourri in every store, you see all the snowmen, and everyone's talking about Santa Claus and being naughty or nice, and everyone's like, there's all these different mixed feelings. And I don't know if it's like that for a lot of kids that are growing up in this day and age. I kind of think that it's different for people that, like kids these days, because I don't see a lot of that. Maybe it's just I'm not into it. Maybe it's just because I've changed and I'm not looking for it. But I remember back in the day, like it was so prevalent in my family's life. Like it was one of the main things, the main like parts of living the good life was being able to celebrate holidays. And it seems like this year I've totally like neglected the holidays. Of like for Thanksgiving, I mean, if it wasn't for my parents coming by to visit and like and bringing, taking me out to get like holiday food, I would have totally like not even, it would have just been a day off for me. I wouldn't have even thought about Thanksgiving. And the fact that I sent my mom a holiday card, and I wrote a little note in there saying how thankful I was for having them around. And my mom called me and she was in tears. And she said she's never gotten a card from her son. And I know I told you guys about that a while ago, but it was just like, it was kind of crazy. And then I think about all the other people that are in my life, like my sisters and brothers, and I'm wondering if they're having, I might give my sister a call and see if she's like doing stuff for the holidays. I don't know if I'm even going to celebrate the holiday. I mean, I'm not religious anymore. I used to be. And back in the day, like that was a great part of being religious, was getting to do stuff on the holidays. And now it seems like there's so many people out there that are waking up, I guess. And at least that's what I want to say. That's what they call it. But it seems like a lot of people are just starting to realize that, everything's sort of the same, and everything's sort of melting together. Like all of the either you were either really becoming like holiday oriented, and you're like buying Christmas gifts and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, or you're like part of the new age people that are just sort of not, it's not like a big part of their lives. Maybe they'll have a small dinner or something, or they'll just do something, just to celebrate, but not really. It's not like back in the day. At least for me, it isn't. Maybe it's just because I'm not looking for it. Like I said, that could be the case. But sometimes I think that some people are kind of the same. I think that some people are just giving up on the whole ordeal just because, But I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself. I just wanted to ask you guys, like, are you guys celebrating the holidays? Do you guys have like rituals you guys do? Or is it still like it was back when you were, maybe some of you are still kids. I'm not that, I'm not a kid anymore. So, and I'm not like going out of my way to try and like do something on the holidays. I remember going to get a tree. The tree was so fun to do. Like, you go down to a shop, and then you go down. One time I actually went out and got one in the forest ourselves. Like, we got a license, and we went out and cut down our own Christmas tree. That was a lot of fun that year. That was like the only time I've ever done that with my parents and my family. They have somewhat of a somewhat of a large or like like outdoors life is kind of a big deal to the to my immediate family. So they do things like that. And it was really fun going out and actually cutting down an actual tree and bringing it back home. But it was really messy because the ones that you buy from the parking lot places, they usually like will take away all of the excess needles, and they'll do a lot of things that you don't really think about. And then when you get like a tree from from the outdoors, it's like it's full of things that you don't expect there to be. There's like bugs and all kinds of things that you just don't expect. And well, luckily one of my uncles knew how to do the whole tree thing, so he like went out and got a lot of the excess needles out and stuff like that. And this is really funny right here. This chain of events right here is pretty hilarious. I take this guy out right here, and then I noticed that there's only one guy left, and I'm like, oh, he's across the map. So I climb out of here, and I put a claymore on the bomb, and then I go over there and I hide under that thing again. It's so funny. And the guy actually goes for it. And right here, I couldn't figure out like where exactly it was, because you have to kind of like lay down and back up into this little spot. You can't like climb right in. So this is just hilarious how I just wait for the guy and I'm like just sitting there chilling. But I remember going to like the mountains, because it did snow sometimes where we used to live. Yeah, and the guy runs up and tries to grab the bomb, but it never really like sticks to the ground. You can't really do anything in it either, because it's always like just a little layer. It's not really like an actual like your feet don't sink in. But I live in Arizona now. There is no snow out here. I don't think there's ever been snow in Phoenix, but it's just like I never even see the seasons change. That's how different it is here in Arizona. In New Mexico, where I used to live, it was like the seasons change. You'd see the trees change. You'd see snow falling, and you'd see all kinds of stuff like holiday-ish type of things. And I don't know, like for me, this year is just the year where there's no mention of holiday. I don't even see it in stores for some odd reason. And I do go out, I see it at like the grocery store, but I don't really see it at like some of the other major stores that I frequent. And and maybe it's because I don't go to Walmart anymore. I don't go to Walmart because I don't know. I saw this movie called the High Price for Low Costs, and it's a movie about Walmart, and it's a movie about how all their bad practices and how they like have all these crazy like factories in Asian countries and stuff like that just seem like a bad thing to support. So I don't do that anymore. And I usually go to Target, but I'm sure it's probably the same thing. I'm just not sure about all that stuff. Like I'm generally not one to like to go into like conspiracy videos. At one point in time I did, though. Like I used to be a big I used to go around looking for conspiracy videos, and I used to like watch all that stuff. And then one day I just woke up and I was like, you know what? If things are an illusion, that means that I should be able to notice those things on my own. I should be able to deduce, if someone is truly trying to be evil towards me, or have some sort of intention that doesn't really go for me. It's the end of the gameplay. And I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys are doing for the holidays, and have an awesome holiday season. See you guys. Peace out.